Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Ken Susi here, Fishman Live. I am also on my personal Facebook as well, Lord of the Rigs. I'm going to be seeing you guys over here on Instagram, as well as my folks over here over at Fishman. Facebook Live, my own personal Facebook Live, and Fishman's Twitch. Guys, head over to www.fishman.com. That is the place where you can find all information about our products. Acoustic, electric, amplification, MIDI, all that cool stuff. And also, we have, let's check out fishmanstore.com. Fishmanstore.com has a bunch of awesome stuff. I'm scrolling in right now, shop now, I'm showing you real quick on the screen. We've got beanies, hats, XL shirts, medium, small, children's size, whatever it is. All these cool designs here that are basically available. And one of my favorite parts about this is the accessories. Accessories is great because basically if you are in need of a Fishman part, like for Fluence or a cable, something on the line, a pot, 2-band EQ as you're seeing on the screen now, wires, covers, battery replacements, whatever it is, they're all right here. So, with that being said, check out fishmanstore.com. Okay, so some of you may be over here on Instagram asking why it is that you can't see what I'm talking about here. Head over to Fishman's Facebook right now, or my personal YouTube page, Lord of the Rigs, which you see at the top of the screen on YouTube. You can set your notifications, likes, whatever, subscribe to my page, because you'll be able to see. And by the way, a lot of you on Instagram, I'm going to miss your questions because they're going to scroll by really quickly. So if you head over to the live stream, as you can see everyone here, like Tiger 500, I'm putting your question up on the screen right now saying, what's up? How you doing? Nice to see you. I'm going to be answering questions for about an hour today from 1 to 2 o'clock. Yeah, here we go. Just on Instagram right now, I have a follower saying, on my way to YouTube instead of the gram. Yes, head over to YouTube, head over to Fishman Facebook, head over to their Twitch account. But I'm going to be jamming, I'm going to be playing songs, I'm going to be doing a lot of cool stuff today. But mainly we're here to talk about Fishman Fluence. What do I have currently in my hands? This is my KSM 7 guitar, made by ESP Ltd. Absolutely amazing guitar. I use it all the time live, as you can see. Basically, what you're seeing is a set of Fluence modern humbuckers. Actually, in this guitar, I have brushed stainless as well as nickel. I don't know why that happened, but I just did it by mistake. But these are modern series humbuckers. I mainly play in voice 1. That is the active tone. Absolutely love it. That is my go-to sound. Voice 2 is not so bad either. But yeah, Alnico in the neck, ceramic in the bridge. I've got a bat switch to make things a little bit easy, a 2-way bat switch. Yeah. And Sean, how you doing? Sean37 saying, what's up? Everybody, how you doing over here in Facebook land as well as Instagram? So yes, I'm going to be live. Oh, Tree's back. Tree, what is going on? How you doing? So, yes. So we are broadcasting live across multiple social platforms. I love to interact with you. I love to talk about my musical career. I also like to talk about, you know, playing guitar gear, things of that nature. Some people ask me what I'm using for amps nowadays. I made a post yesterday. I'm using a 5153. I know you over on Instagram cannot see what's behind me, but I am definitely playing a 5153. Trying out the new HX Stomp pedal from line 6. Pretty amazing. And what else? I got a Maxon OD 808 overdrive, which never has left my rig for my whole career. So yeah, if you have any questions, pop in, ask me. Let's get this party going. For now, I'm going to play a song off the Oncoming Storm. This one's called The Great Dividers. Guys, that was the Great Dividers off of the Oncoming Storm. Let's see what we have going on here. Again, Instagram. Guys, you're writing questions. They're scrolling through really fast. Head over to my Lord of the Rigs YouTube page or the Fishman Facebook channel or Twitch and ask a question. They're all popping up here. I'll put your question right on the screen, just like I'm going to do to Sean37 right now. And if you're not seeing this on Instagram, it's because you're not on the actual stream. Hey, a bit off topic, but what's the COVID situation over there? They finally ditched the mask mandate up here in Ontario. COVID is over. Can't wait to get out to a show. Any Canadian dates planned? Sorry. Yes. Massachusetts has at least loosened their restrictions and or mandates. I believe that people are allowed to not wear masks and roam about as they will. So I'm very happy for you up there in Ontario. Glad that, COVID is over for you. Hopefully we all move on very safely and happy. Hey guys over there on Instagram, head over to this live stream or head over to the Fishman Facebook or my Lord of the Rigs YouTube page or Twitch. Like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. I go live every single Wednesday from 1 to 2. I talk about Fishman Fluence pickups. I talk about everything that's going on with me as a musician. And I like to answer your question. Mike Hell, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Nice to see you. Mark, what's going on? Purple Skies, RIP. What's going on, brother? Hope you're well. Will there be more solos on the new album than the last one? I'm going to guess so. I think so. Or probably the same amount. Who knows? We solo all over the songs anyway. Was there a pivotal album or song that really changed how you thought about music, either as a listener or a player? There's so many great records that kind of influenced me, especially growing up. I would say, there's so many great ones. I mean, all the Beatles records as a kid, for me, I think were monumental. Beatles, Beach Boys, all the original great rock bands, Elvis. But, specific records, especially with metal, considering that's the genre that I play. Kiss, Alive was a great, Alive and Alive 2 were kind of encapsulating their greatest hits of like throughout the 70s, which was like really great because I was such a huge Kiss fan, and it was great to see them hear those songs live. And believe it or not, another iconic record for me was Iron Maiden Live After Death. I think that was a monumental record for me as well. So 2 live albums right there, right off the bat that kind of changed my life. Obviously, the studio recordings of, all of their catalogs, both Kiss and Iron Maiden, were absolutely great. So those were important to me. But as we go along through history, I mean, it's tough to ignore, Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power, Megadeth, Rust in Peace, or any of their earlier records, Metallica, Ride the Lightning through the Black Album. I think, that stuff was absolutely amazing. Can't forget bands like Testament and Slayer. Slayer, for me, Seasons of the Abyss was like a record that was like a change, game changer. Cannibal Corpse, Tombs of the Mutilated, Death, Individual Thought Patterns, and Human. Those are just kind of some of the earlier records that really influenced. But, as we progressed, into playing, I would say, to answer your question, Shrapnel records like Jason Becker and Marty Friedman, the Cacophony stuff. I would say anything, Racer X, Paul Gilbert, all the way down to like Vito Bratta from White Lion and Jake E. Lee with Ozzy, Randy Rhoads with Ozzy. Like, all those records were just unbelievable because it seemed like as a kid for me, every 3 minutes an awesome guitar record would come out. So, that's that's kind of that's a long way around it, but it's cool. Hey, Ken, have had a chance to stop in for a while. Just wanted to tell you I live in Mass now. Awesome, Mark. Hopefully I'll see you around soon. Are you into Gibson guitars? Yeah, I actually like Gibson guitars a lot. I like the 80s and 70s and 80s models a lot. But I do have a newer gold top that I use in the studio all the time. Sounds really good. I put Fishman Fluence Classic pickups in there. Just so you can see. Let's see, Fishman Fluence. I'll show you the exact pickups that I have in that guitar. Open Core Classics. I have Fishman Fluence Classic Series humbuckers in my Gibson guitar. I use it primarily on Voice 2, but if you're going to be doing like all that really great, like, vintage, like PAF kind of rock, Voice 1's really great, but for me, I like a little more high gain on my pickups. But the split coil's great. Use those all the time. They look great, sound great. So, yes, that is what I'm currently using in my Gibson Les Paul Gold Top. Hey, dude, Shaw, where are you? Boom. Okay. Hey dude, I saw your short live video on Instagram. I was saying hi, but then the live ended. Glad you're back. Missed this. Yeah, I was testing my rig right now. For those of you that are watching right now, I'm also broadcasting on my Instagram page, at Ken Susi. Totally fine. You don't need to go there because you're seeing the full stream here. And over here on Instagram, I apologize for those that are writing questions, but if you want me to answer some of your questions, head over to the Fishman Facebook right now. Also, head over to Lord of the Rigs, as you see above. That's my YouTube page. Like and subscribe. And also, the Fishman Twitch channel is popping off as well. We're taking all types of questions over there as well. But it's really cool because if you're watching on Instagram, I think right here with you, everyone here, that's seeing the stream with all the questions on the screen and all the graphics that I'm putting up. It's just such a better visual and it's more stimulating. But I'm going to be doing this every Wednesday from 1 to 2. A lot of the people here live know that, but you Instagrammers don't know that, so that's pretty cool. Any plans for the new KS ESP signature? To be honest with you, I actually asked ESP that yesterday. I said, am I going to do anything different than this? Because I really like this design. I really like the body. If anything, I would do color changes because I actually do not want to get away from this style body. I am having them make me a custom guitar. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait for you to see it. It's very unique. But for this, the Evertune with Fishman Fluence humbuckers, absolutely the best combination. But so they said no. They said my guitar is selling very well and it's doing very well, so they don't want to change anything yet. And I agree. I actually like the look. It's very signature to me. So I'm going to keep it for a while. Murphy, what's going on? How you doing? For those of you on Instagram, you can't see the questions that are popping up on the screen. If you want to join in and ask some questions, head right over to Fishman's Facebook or my Lord of the Rigs YouTube. Murphy is writing, Ken, you weren't lying. I put an HSS setup in my Jackson with a modern ceramic in the bridge. Loving the variety of tones. Yeah, you should, because I have the same setup in my guitar, but instead of a modern, which is awesome if you're playing more like heavy stuff, I put classics in my HSS setup. It just, to me, that's what I wanted for that particular guitar. But anyway, I'm so glad you like it, and I know, Murphy, we've been helping you out with, I've been helping you out with just talking you through what you needed and showing you wiring diagrams and all that stuff of just the things you might want. And I was psyched that I knew you were going to love it, and I'm so glad you came back and you wrote, because the HSS, the SSA SSP with the ceramic bridge modern is it's absolutely killer. Can't go wrong with it. I'm so glad that it worked out. Tiger 5000 is writing, do you like the Line 6 Helix? So funny that you should mention that. I just made a video on my personal YouTube, and I'm going to post it to Lord of the Rigs. But, Dave Pino's in the house. Andrew WK, ex-Powerman 5000, ex-Waltham. Dave Pino's here, famous guy. Do I like the Line 6 Helix? I've never actually used the Line 6 Helix. But what I did just get, I made a video on my personal YouTube about the HX Stomp, and I am absolutely flipping out over the HX Stomp. I've been playing guitar every day for 4 or 5 hours now because I got this unit. I've just been just making patches and doing all this cool stuff with it. So I'm incredibly psyched. I'm incredibly psyched. So go check out the Line 6 Helix. The HX Stomp. It's really good, and I know the Line 6 Helix is probably a step up from that, and it's a bigger rack unit and all that stuff. I'm not using it for amp stuff, because I'm using this 5153 through a 2-notes. That's my main sound. It's gonna sound it sounds really good. But yeah, the effects and the whammy wah is unbelievable. It's better than the Digitech stuff. So yeah, I absolutely love it. Loving my Devon Sigs. All right, that's awesome. Devon's pickups. Let's take a look at those. I'm going to head over to our website right now. Let's look at the Devon. Just because you're asked, or just because you're making a statement, I love the fact that you wrote in just to tell me that. Devon's pickups are great. Everyone on Instagram, you're not seeing what I'm posting here. Head over to Lord of the Rigs or Fishman's Facebook or Twitch. right now to see what I'm actually doing. But yeah, Devin Townsend's signature pickups are absolutely amazing. He's a monster at guitar, but again, you got all these great pickup set features like the tonality is amazing. Like the multiple voice, there's a great video just talking about like each different voicing that he uses. But I mean, seriously, you can't go wrong. Like voice one is like metal voice, as you can see right here on the screen. Pole pieces, more pole pieces, Sonic Havoc. It's got like a hybrid magnet configuration. Voice 2, low gain, single coil, passive, sweet sounding. So it's like his voice 2 is like a Telecaster almost. And his voice 3 is, I believe, a humbuckered version of that. But man, is Devin not awesome? I mean, Devin's one of my favorite people in the world, never mind players. He tells you, he'll tell you all day that he only knows 5 licks, but I'll tell you this, his 5 licks are better than my 5 licks. Another custom ESP, Ken, is it like the yellow one with the Floyd Rose? No, actually, if you look at an old school Ibanez 540p, it's very much like that. The horn of the guitar is usually longer here and shorter here. It's actually going to be longer here and shorter up here. It's going to be identical to this guitar, but it's going to have like a different body shape. It's going to be a mix between like Javier Reyes' guitar mixed with this guitar, but opposite. These are opposite. Like these are going to be opposite, but the still reverse headstock, maple board, maple top, ebony fretboard, mahogany body. It's gonna be so cool. I wish I could show you, but I will the second I have it. Let's see. Any advice on starting a metal band in your mid-30s, finding members to join? Yeah, it's tough. When you're a teenager in your 20s, you usually head over and you find like people at like local clubs and local shows that that's pretty cool. But no, in your mid-30s, it's still easy. You just go to concerts, meet people. I mean, just the other day I went to visit Head from Korn at the Korn show, and I bumped into like 2 or 3 people that I've recorded, also in their mid-30s, still doing bands. So there's a lot of good players out there. Sig currently at $1 bill on Reverb. Are you saying it's $1,000? Because if you see it for $1,000, you should buy it. I mean, I think my guitar retails at like $1,500. I'm just gonna say that, yeah, get it. Your HX Stomp videos were good there, Ken. I ended up watching them both. That's good. Thank you. I hope you saw what I was talking about and what I was doing. It's pretty amazing stuff. What are your thoughts about 3 modes hot rodded hum P90 single coil Fluence pickup? 3 modes single coil P90 hot rodded hum. Okay, so I'm not gonna go ahead and say that that's kind of like what we have, but if you head over, let's talk about this. This is a good one. Greg Koch's signature P90 currently right now is a great pickup. What you get is an amazing P90 tone without hum, right? And then we're gonna scroll down, and we'll look at the actual voicing, and I'll throw your question back up here. And I'll move this up so everyone can read it. But anyway, right? Underwound aged P90 clarity and at ideal volume level. So that covers one of the things that you want, right? Number 2, voice 2. Well, also bridge. Let's go to bridge. I mean, this is kind of the same, but different. Vintage P90 with healthy dose of honk. So you got your voice 1 right there. Voice 2, highly revered muscular tone of a custom underwound P90. So that's, again, you're asking for a hot rodded hum, right? So that covers 2 of the things you're asking for. And 3rd, bright jangly single coil tone, which is exactly, now mind you, a P90 is technically a single coil, even though it only has, blades and 1 coil in it. But what I will say is that the Greg Koch Signature Series is your solution. That's what you want to go out and buy immediately. So I'm saying that. Hey, everyone on Instagram, I'm seeing that there's a lot of questions. Sorry to interrupt. I'm seeing that there's a lot of questions right now. Head over to Lord of the Rigs on my YouTube page or Fishman's Twitch or Facebook. I will put your questions right up on the screen. I see that someone's asked me about my 5153 EL34 amp. Head over there. Ask me the questions over there. And this is just so you guys get a window into what's going on. You'll get the full experience if you head over to those pages. Lord of the Rigs and Fishman Facebook. But anyway, or Twitch. What are my thoughts? So it's amazing. Greg Cox pickups are absolutely amazing. I think you should get a set, especially if you like P90 tones. Yeah, I enjoyed installing them, and the variety of sounds I love too. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Tiger 5000 is writing. Let's see. Can you use two OD 808s together at the same time? When I first met Joel from Killswitch Engage, Joel and Adam, like around the time we started hanging out a lot, Joel was using what was it? He was using a Mesa Boogie amp, and he had two overdrives in line with each other. I didn't know why. I never asked him why. I should ask him because I'll be seeing him soon. But he was using two ODs at the same time. Yes, you can do that. It will compress your tone, add a little bit more gain, or a lot more gain, double the amount that you would normally get with one overdrive. I believe Voice 3 is the coil tap for the single coil sound. I may be wrong, but I've got mine set up with two push-pulls, one for the voices, and the other one for the coil tap. That's the way you should hook it up. Okay, I believe the second voice is the humbucker tele sound, and the Voice 3 is more of a single coil. I can't recall. Regardless, I love to play with it. Yeah, okay, so if you're talking about Devin Townsend's pickups, you're probably right. It depends on the wiring scheme. I know that maybe I'm confusing it because Devin sets up his guitar, so it's humbucker, like modern sound, and then when you pull up, he gets the Telecaster sound, and if he needs it, he will go to that humbucker Telecaster sound. You can wire it any which way that you want, which is kind of cool, so feel free to try that. Yeah, I think that's the way he hooks it up, so I apologize, but yeah, that's the way to do it. And the cool part about the Fishman single coil sounds is that a lot of people don't know this, but when you get a set of pickups from another company, they will split the sound that you currently have, and there's a volume decrease, right? Significant volume decrease, maybe like 5 or 6 dB. With Fluence, you get Voice 1, Voice 2, two separate independent pickups, but then when you hit that like split coil sound, it overrides Voice 1 and 2, and a new voicing comes in. It's like a quintessential, independent, untethered, single coil sound that is absolutely amazing, and it's made for single coil. And obviously, we still have that volume drops because some people like that, but we lifted it up a little bit so you don't get too much of a drop in most of those pickups. How was the Korn show? Korn was amazing. I mean, Korn was it was a killer show. Head and Monkey were great. Head's playing Fluence Modern Pickups. I got to hang with him after. We high-fived, talked a little bit about some stuff, and after the show he's like, "Man, I love my pickups." He's like, "I'm getting that Metallica sound." Like he's really cool about it, and we were just chatting. So he was really, really excited. Head is a great guy. What combination would you recommend for an HS setup? Modern metal tones. If you're gonna do modern metal tones, for me personally, I would go Voice 1 or Voice 2 on a modern series humbucker ceramic in the bridge, and I would get the SSA pickup, which I will show you. Let's show you the website. This is where some people make mistakes, and Murphy was talking about this earlier. But you want single width pickups for HSS, HSH, or HS. So you want the active black white. This means that this is made to work with a humbucker, to be combined with a humbucker. The passive is not passive in the nature of like it's a passive pickup. It actually needs to be slaved off of this. So in an HSS setup, you would need the SSP, but you want the SSA. So combine the SSA with a modern series humbucker. That's the correct answer. What's my current workout routine like? I'm going to work out after this live stream. Hey, just so you know, if you have any questions, head over to on Instagram, head over to Lord of the Rigs, like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing this every single week from 1 to 2 o'clock Wednesdays. But I am putting everyone's questions on screen. And if you're not gonna have the full live stream experience if you're not on Fishman's Facebook, Twitch, or my personal YouTube channel. So, what do we got else? Sheldon, we're gonna put your question up on the screen. Are you plugged into the EVH5153 right now? Sheldon, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for migrating over from Instagram to this live stream. I really, really appreciate it, and you're on my YouTube channel. So, like and subscribe, set your notifications. Thank you so much. I am currently plugged in to this EVH 5153. It is awesome. I just made a video about it yesterday. I am absolutely in love with this. It's a great amp. It's, I think, an iconic, classic amp that we will be talking about for the next 10 years. Yes, I know, you got to think long term, right? Eddie Van Halen, unfortunately, he passed away, left us with so many of the great 5150 amps. But this particular EL34 is going to be one of those amps. When you're 20 years from now, and you can't find these anymore, or whatever it is, people are always going to revert back to these amps and say, oh man, just like the original 5150s, those were amazing, but you know what? Also the 5153 EL34 is amazing. I am not getting rid of this. This is going to be in my touring rig for a while right now. Thanks for showing up. That is the 5153. Any DI guitar plugins you recommend for metal? I would say the Neural DSP Omega pack is really, really good. I think you'd like it a lot. It's got the tones that you'd be looking for. What are my favorite frets? Well, to quote Rob at work, the head of OEM sales at Fishman, he says, these frets right here are the lower register frets, right? And they're good, but you want to play up here in the cash register. This is where you make all the money. So I'd say, up in here is the cash register. You should play. You should play in those frets. I love that joke. Can you talk a little bit about the Fishman bass pickups? Mike Inez 6 sets sound amazing. In the video demo, does Crystal Tool rock the FF soap bars? Crystal Tool uses a Music Man, so he has those like over the ultra fat slugged pickups that go with his Ernie Ball basses. They're all cool. I think they're very unfocused because of the size of the magnet. I will say that the Fishman Fluence soap bar pickups are absolutely amazing, versatile, great. Let me show you a little bit about them. I'm going to put your question up on the screen as long as I possibly can. But what we got going on here is, so let's find them. Soap bar, soap bar, soap bar. Mike Inez. Okay, we'll go to the Mike Inez second, but let's head over to soap bar 4 and 5 string set, right? I'll just show you the 4 string for now. So these are amazing. The reason why I like these so much is that, they're very clear, but, look at the sounds. Voice 1, classic fat round sound. So it's like very similar to what you would expect out of like a P bass, but with 2 blades, not necessarily like as a P. When you see a P, there's certain magnet shutoffs, like, inner, outer, kind of cut off. This is like a full bladed passive sound. Sounds amazing. You can split that tone. And to me, when you do like the fast, like, the fast, like, Red Hot Chili Pepper stuff, it's like that classic. I wish Flea would try these pickups because that's the tone he would go for. But voice 2 is active, so it's aggressive, good for hard rock, heavy metal, or anybody that would play soap bar bass pickups. And if you're into like fat funk, or if you're like a metal player and like Korn and you want that like scoop sound, the mid contour sound, we have that as well. So yes, and in single coil mode, when you start pulling up the single coil mode, it makes the humbuckers into a jazz style, like a jazz style string window, as it says. So those are amazing. Now, what's different? Well, Mike Inez has this like pickup that nobody has ever heard before. The urban legend is that it was made by another manufacturer other than what, than whatever. His moon bass was this like bass that Ozzy gave him. Someone spilled beer on the original pickups. They got rid of them. They picked up some pickups in Germany or somewhere like that, and they were the best sounding pickups in the world, and no one could ever replicate them. Now Mike Inez has this specific tone that, I mean, I'll tell you right now, I've never heard a pickup sound like that particularly. And Mike Inez, such a great guy, but he retired his moon bass. And if you watch the video, you'll see that he has all of his his new basses equipped with Fluence, but his moon bass, he retired it because he was scared. Quite frankly, he was telling me he was scared that someday that bass would go away, would get broken. I mean, the headstock has been glued on, the cavity's been smashed, so he finally retired it. He actually told me he was going to be buried with that bass. So, but yes, now he's replaced all of them with Fluence. And if you want that like iconic Alice in Chains and Ozzy sound, you got it all in that pickup. So it depends on what you really want. But Mike Inez, man, what a good dude. What a good sound. So, yeah. Tiger 5000. What are your favorite fret size and material? I like ebony. I don't mind rosewood. And I can't remember what the spec is on this guitar. Check on ESP.com. You'll see there's I forget what I spec'd out. I think I do jumbo frets. I forget what actual size they are. Do I even use 50 watt amps? Yeah, I do. I have a Marshall 50 watt from Marshall 800 50 watt 2203 or something, or 05 or something like that. It sounds really good. I also have this guy's little brother. A 50 watt, not in EL34, but 606, and that sounds absolutely crushing. Every time I have somebody at Fishman, we just, unbelievable. Like, people love to listen on that amp or do stuff with that amp. So anyway, let's play a song. I'm gonna play a quick song for you off the Oncoming Storm. Let's do Endless.
Burn
I don't usually play that tap part. Got the wrong fret. I think it's... something stupid like that. Yes. Do I ever age? Botox? Question mark. Yeah, I wish I used Botox to just inject myself with needles all over my face. It'd be so sick. No, I do not. I just never age. I actually, a long time ago, I was bitten by a vampire. You never see me during the day. I dwell at night. I fly to all my gigs as a bat, and I do not eat garlic. Those are the things. Those are the things that happen. I love that breakdown. I remember throwing kicks to that at So too. Yeah, Sounds of the Underground. That's awesome. All right, anybody who's on Instagram, head over to Lord of the Rigs, like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing this every Wednesday from 1 to 2. Set your notifications so you don't miss anything. Just like over here, you're missing the full broadcast because my friends over here on Fishman's Facebook and Twitch and my personal Lord of the Rigs page, they're seeing everything that I'm posting up on screen. Their questions are being answered on the screen. I like to put them up, just like Reenie. Oh, man, only just seen the notification. Hey, Ken. How you doing, Reenie? I'm glad you made it. You still made it. You still party with me. You're awesome. Classic song, a melodic part in the middle, ties everything together. Yes. At the time, it was, if anybody ever listens to the band Cave-In, when I put that part together with Buzz, it was very Beyond Hypothermia, Cave-In style, like, you know, melodic part in the middle of the song. Can we hear a little chug chug on that guitar on its own? Oh yeah, sure. That one was for Mark. You want to hear a little chug on the guitar. Nice and saturated. Yes, the 5153 is a great amp. Hey, Ken, can you go back a few comments and answer my question if possible? Yeah. Booty McNasties. I love that. Hey, Ken, got a comparison used that somebody wired a Fishman active in the bridge with the comparison passive in the neck. It sounds crusty, not clean. Is the wiring combo the problem? Yeah, I would say that if it's not clean and crusty sounding, there's got to be something in the guitar that's touching or not wired correctly. Just so we're straight here, I'm assuming that they might be modern humbuckers. I would really go through the guitar, make sure all your solder connections are good, check with a multimeter, make sure everything's in line and talking to each other nicely. Where are our modern series humbuckers? Just head over. Wow, why can't I find anything? Sorry guys, I'm just showing you, like, yeah, here we go. Modern 6-string humbuckers. Down here at the bottom of the page. Right here. Wiring diagrams. Make sure all these connections are made. Make sure, as you see, this white cable to the yellow cable, or this orange and blue, yellow and blue, and this yellow to this white over here. Make sure they're hard, like, make sure the wires are tinned. Make sure that they go through the hole in their solder. There's no cold solder joints or anything there. There's a lot of cases, sometimes people wire the output jack incorrectly. I've seen people not tin their cables, and, you know, this sleeve wire will touch the tip, or the tip will touch the ring. Just a mess. Just a mess. Clean soldering is so important, and don't let the pickup's performance affect your opinion with bad wiring, because any pickup set will sound bad with bad wiring. Hey, Ian, I know you're asking me a question over here on Instagram. Head over to this live stream on YouTube. I will put your question up on the screen if you get there in time. I got 10 minutes left. So yes, Mr. Booty, I apologize for what's up with your guitar, but I will say take your guitar to a licensed technician, somebody that knows what they're doing, someone that knows how to wire a guitar. Yeah, make sure all your connections are good. That's the best advice I can give you, because I think what you're experiencing is exactly what could happen with a bad wiring setup. When I say bad, there might be a wire or two or something. Catch you next week. Sean37, you're awesome. Thanks for coming by. Do you ever collab with other bands? Not yet. Not yet. I would love to collaborate with another band. I would love to party with other bands. But we shall see. All right, guys. Well, hey, that's the end of my live. Oh, here we go. Stoner. Yes. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Since you migrated from Instagram over to Lord of the Rigs, I will answer your question. What different tunings does Unearth use? So, very good question. My other guitar is tuned to straight standard B. So that means like a standard guitar, you know, like basic, like E to E, and then the lowest string is a B. In this case, this is an F sharp. This guitar, most of the songs, after Darkness in the Light on, we started drop tuning our guitars. So what that means is this is B to B. These two strings are B to B, and the rest of them is tune up like a higher. So it's F sharp, C sharp, A, E, B, F sharp, B. In Extinctions, we used a whammy wah pedal for a couple songs. So some of them are dropped to A sharp, and some songs are dropped to A. So that means I kept the tuning of my guitar the same in B drop B, and then we use the pedal to drop everything a half to one full step. So I hope that helped you out. Mike Hill is writing, will we ever see Josh Middleton's signature pickup? I don't know. That'd be cool. He's really happy with moderns right now. He uses an SSA and a modern, so it's an HS setup, and he seems pretty happy. So I guess we're pretty good with that. Using that 5153, yes, absolutely love the 5153. Great amp, digging it very much. Very excited about it. So Stoner, thanks for popping over. I really appreciate it. Don't miss any of my live streams. I'm gonna be here every single week. Ask me all your Fishman questions, all my tuning questions, anything that you want to ask me in general. Guys, I'm going to head out for the day. This has been fun. I will be back next Wednesday from 1 to 2 o'clock p.m. Wednesday Eastern Standard Time. You guys are absolutely amazing. Don't forget to head over to www.fishman.com. Absolutely great set. Electric, acoustic, MIDI products, amplification. You can find all your answers here. And as you know, I'm using Fishman Fluence Modern Humbuckers here today. And what you've experienced is me showing you on the website all the cool things that you have asked me that I've kind of answered, and I will continue to do that. So I will be back next week. You guys are great. You guys are my favorite people to hang out with, and thank you for everyone who's new here, and thank you for everyone who keeps coming, as well as all you Instagrammers. That was really cool. I'm really glad that we're going to get this going every single day. So guys, love you all. I will see you all soon. Thanks.